Good evening, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to another exciting and interesting episode of American English Explained with Barry and Sherry. I'm Barry.
And I'm Sherry. And we are the owners of Ethos English School in warm and sunny Cebu City, where you can come and study English with American teachers, and you can even stay within the homes of your teachers. We'd love to have you come and study with us.
Yeah, we want to begin by thanking all of you for tuning in. We enjoy having these classes for you, and we hope that you're able to learn some interesting things about English, especially American English. So we're going to talk about some things tonight, and we'll be asking some questions. So if you think you know the answer, send us your answer, and we'll see how well you do. Okay.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, last week it was Valentine's Day week, so
Right.
we talked about things that have to do with love and relationship and Valentine's Day. So this week, today, I thought it would be good for us to talk about idioms that have to do with understanding.
Really good topic. Okay, so understanding is very important, especially for people learning a new language, like English.
Yeah, that's right. So knowing how to tell someone that you understand or you don't understand is very, very important, especially when you're trying to communicate in a language that is unfamiliar to you.
That's right. Now, in English, we have several ways to represent the idea of understanding something. Using the word understanding is only one of them.
Okay, so let's begin by talking first about the word understand.
Okay.
So what does that mean? What does it mean when you say, I understand something? So we have here a sample sentence. Yes, I understand what you're saying. This is the positive side. If you understand something, you use this word. So what does it mean to understand something?
Well, it's when somebody tells you something, you know what they mean.
You know what they mean.
It's clear. You see it.
It's clear and you're not confused
Not
or anything
confused,
like that.
right.
Okay. Well, what about the negative side?
No, I don't understand.
Yeah,
what
you
you're
just
saying.
put the word not. I do not understand what you're saying.
Right.
So you use the same word. It's like saying, I do not know what you're saying. Understanding and knowing are pretty much the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, very
All right,
good.
So then you would just say, I understand. Okay, so most Americans, we don't use the complete sentence. We like to shorten things. I guess you probably noticed that a lot. We make things as short as we possibly can.
And that's one reason why it's so difficult to understand Americans, because Americans talk fast, because we want to use as few words as we can, but at the same time say what we want to say.
All right. So instead of saying, I understand what you're saying, we would just say, I understand. Or I don't understand.
Yeah.
We don't need to add that extra part of the sentence. It's understood. We
Yeah.
understand because the question was, we shorten it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Now, we could also say, I'm confused. And, of course, this is a word that I discovered today is a common word in the Japanese language. In fact, I found out that the Japanese word for confused is konran suru. So that's like, I'm confused, the verb form. And so this gives you an idea of what not understanding in English means. It means the same thing as being confused, because you don't have a complete understanding.
Right.
Okay, so let's look at other words that are commonly used. Okay, here's one for you. Question: do you get my point?
Okay, this is a good one. Okay, it's one of the more common ways of asking about understanding. So you would say, "Do you get my point?"
What do you mean point?
Do you understand? But when we're telling somebody something to someone, we're kind of making an emphasis on something. So that's the point of what we're saying. So do you get exactly what I mean?
Okay, exactly what I mean. So
the exact thing.
So then, what's the usual response, like a positive response?
Yes, I get your point.
Yes, I get your point. Okay.
Yes, I get your point on the positive side. But
Okay.
if you don't understand, no, I don't get your point.
Okay. So we have, yes, I get your point. Get your point? What do you mean get your point? Doesn't get mean like to go get something, like get a drink or get a book or something like that?
In this case, we're using get for understand. I get it.
That's
your point.
I
understand your point.
Your point. Okay,
I understand what you're trying to tell me.
So yes, I get your point, or no, I do not get your point. Okay. Now there's usually a simpler way of saying this. Like Sherry said earlier, we like to take shortcuts, and so we just say yes, I get it, or even just really short, I get it. So if someone says, "Do you get my point?" you say, "I get it." Or if it's negative, you say, "No, I don't get it." Or just very short, very simple, "I don't get it." And usually when you say that, then the person will provide more explanation, more details, and will continue to help you to understand until you get it.
Until you get it. Okay. All right. Very good. So the word it in this phrase then is, it can actually be changed to several other words. Because we're talking about understanding here. The it is understanding.
Yeah.
So we can change that it to other things.
Like
do you get my meaning? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? The meaning of what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
So
just like, do you get my point?
Do you get my
point?
point?
Do you get my meaning?
Do you get my meaning? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand?
Right.
Okay. Well, what about this other one?
Do you get the picture?
Do you get the picture? What do you mean picture?
Well, picture. When we look at a picture, we can see all the details of it, right? We can get a good idea from what we're looking at, what something means. So when you ask somebody, do you get the picture? It's like they're visualizing it in their mind and they're understanding what they see.
Okay.
In their mind. So do you get the picture? So it's like, do you understand? Can you visualize? Can you see what I'm trying to say to you?
So it's not actually talking about a picture.
It's talking about an understanding of something.
So the word picture in this phrase is simply representing the idea of understanding whatever the person is talking about or whatever they're saying.
That's right.
Okay. Do you get the picture? Do you get my meaning?
Get the picture?
Did you get it?
All right.
Okay, well,
we even shorten it further.
So we can shorten it further. Right. I get it. I don't get it.
Okay,
so do you get my meaning? Yeah, I get it. Do you get my meaning? No, I don't get it. Do you get the picture? Yeah, I get it. Do you get the picture? No, I don't get it.
Okay.
See, this set of phrases here, the positive and the negative, are very useful phrases when you're having a conversation with someone, because these are very, very, very common phrases that we use in English to communicate understanding or lack of understanding.
Right.
Okay. We have more, right?
Right.
Okay, here's one for you.
So another way we might ask is my meaning clear?
Okay. What do you mean clear? Meaning clear?
What is clear? Okay.
What's clear?
Clear as opposed to clouded or dirty. Like when you have glass, for example.
What do you mean glass?
A window.
A window,
You have
okay.
a window, okay? You try to look out the window. If the window's not clean, it's not clear. Okay? So when we see something, when we say it's clear, I can see through it, and I can see there's nothing blocking my view.
You can see everything. See the whole view.
Right. So when we put this together with the idea of understanding, there's nothing blocking my understanding. I get it.
So what's the opposite? What's the opposite of clear?
It's unclear.
Unclear. That would be like
not clear.
That would be like a dirty window.
Yes.
You can't see clearly. You can't see the whole thing.
Right.
So this idea is my meaning clear. It has the same idea. It's just talking about understanding. In other words, can you understand what I'm saying? Is my meaning clear? Okay. So responses on the positive, yes, your meaning is clear. That means I can understand what you're saying. Or
no, my meaning's not clear.
Not clear, meaning I don't understand. Okay. Very good.
In this one. All right. But you can also shorten those to yes, it is, or no, it isn't.
That's true.
Okay. Just like I got it, I get it. We can shorten this. Yes, it is. No, it isn't.
Instead of yes, it is clear, just
Right.
yes, it is.
We don't have to use that clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So most of the time when a question is asked, we don't have to say the whole, include all of the words in the question to make an answer. We can shorten them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, it is. No, it isn't. Okay. Now, if you're confident, if you're really sure you understand,
I like this one.
you can say your answer is crystal clear.
Yes. Crystal clear.
Okay.
Is my meaning clear? Crystal
Crystal clear.
clear. What do you mean crystal?
Crystal. You guys know what crystal is? Crystal is a kind of a glass, right? Expensive crystal, special glass. But it's very, very clear. There's nothing, no impurities in it. It's very, very clear. Just like a really clean window. You can see it through it. So if you say something's crystal clear, it's very, very clear.
Very, very clear.
So if Barry says, you get my meaning? I say, yes, it's clear. Crystal clear.
Crystal clear.
No doubt. I understand completely.
Yeah. So if someone asks you if you understand what they're saying, if their meaning is clear, and you say crystal, that often that's what they say. Just say crystal. That indicates that you understand completely, and you're very confident with your understanding.
Hi, everybody that's joining.
Okay. Well, there's a couple more we want to talk about.
Okay.
That are positive. If you're very, very, very sure of your understanding, someone say, well, do you understand what I'm saying? You say, it's a no-brainer.
What does that mean?
It's a no-brainer. Now, this word brain is that thing that's inside your head. Now, we use the word brain to represent the idea of knowledge or intelligence, being smart. So this phrase is very common, especially among younger people. It's a no-brainer. It means that you don't have to use your brain to think about it because it's so easy and simple to understand. So that if the understanding is very, very clear, crystal clear, we say, oh, it's a no-brainer. That means I don't have to think about it to understand what you're saying.
Good.
Okay. Well, what about this other one, Sherry?
Clear as a bell.
Now wait, I've seen lots of bells, and I've never seen a clear bell. Most bells are made of metal, and you can't see through them. What do you mean, clear as a bell?
It's nothing to do with the cleanness of it. It has to do with the sound, okay? When somebody rings a bell, it makes a really sharp sound, and you hear it clearly.
Okay.
So clear as a bell.
Clear as the sound of a bell. So just like the sound of a bell is very clear and easy for people to hear,
right.
We use this phrase, clear as a bell, to represent understanding.
That's right.
So, it's pretty cool, eh?
All right.
Okay. Now what about the negative side?
All right. So we also have some common phrases we use that when we really do not understand, we really don't understand something.
Okay, if you really don't understand something, here's the best one.
Okay. I'm lost.
I'm lost. What do you mean?
I'm lost. It's like I can't find the answer. I'm searching and it just can't find it. It's like being lost. You just don't know.
Yeah, when you're lost in a city, or like if you're in a place you've never been before,
find where you're going.
You can't find where you're going. You're lost.
You can use that with your knowledge too. You can't find the answer. I'm totally lost.
Yeah, like I'm trying to understand, but I have no understanding at all. So I just say, hey, I'm lost. And when you say that, it tells the person you're speaking to that they need to start over and explain from the beginning. Okay. Now there are other ways of saying that.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about. See, I have no idea. What is idea? Idea is, what you're thinking inside your mind, a thought. So if I have no idea, then that means I have no understanding.
Right.
So this is a common phrase. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. We have another one. Sometimes say, I don't have a clue what you mean.
Okay. Clue? What do you mean clue?
Well, clue is like a little piece of information. When you have detectives, they look for clues. They're looking for information to try to explain something. So those are clues. So when you can't find the least bit of understanding about something, just like looking for a clue, then you say, I don't have a clue. I'm completely lost. I really have no idea. There's no hint of anything that you understand it.
Okay, that's cool. This is a common one that people use as well. And then there's one more. This one's kind of interesting. I cannot make heads or tails of what you're saying. Okay. Now, what does that mean, Sherry?
Okay. All right. When we think of heads or tails, we usually think of a coin.
Coins.
The coins have two sides, right? One side's heads, one side's tails. And it comes from that idea. So you can't figure out which side. You know, when you say, I can't make heads or tails of it, I don't know which. Sometimes coins get used a lot, and they get worn down, and you can't figure out which side is which.
Because the image gets worn down.
Right, you can't figure it out.
And you can look at the coin, and you can't tell whether this side of the coin is either heads or tails.
Yes.
It's like confusing.
Right, so it's confusing.
Okay.
I can't make heads or tails. I don't get it. It should be clear, but it's not.
Yeah.
So you say, I can't make heads or tails of what you're saying.
Okay.
I just can't understand.
I'm lost. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't have a clue what you're saying. I cannot make heads or tails of what you're saying.
Right.
These are all common phrases that English-speaking people use to represent the idea of not being able to understand.
If you hear any of these, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah. Probably the most important phrase is, I get it, or I don't get it. If you use those, then that communicates very clearly to an English-speaking person that your understanding is not complete, and they need to help you to go further. Okay, so we hope that you've enjoyed this short discussion about understanding, and try to use what you've learned the next time you have a conversation with an English person. But now it's time for
review quiz. Let's see how much you can remember.
Okay. And as usual, we have 4 questions that we are going to ask you tonight. They're multiple choice. So the answer is there. All you have to do is think about what we've said earlier, the lesson tonight, and see if you can find the correct answer. Okay, Sherry, take it away.
Put our first one up here. Okay. So which of the following means I don't understand?
Oh, wait. I don't understand. So this is negative.
Negative. I don't understand. Negative. Okay?
Okay, so your choices?
A. I get your meaning. I get its meaning. I can't make heads or tail of it. C. It's clear. Or D. I got the picture. Okay, so remember we're looking for I do not understand. I don't understand.
So this is a negative.
This is a negative.
Okay, so the answer has to be a negative answer.
Okay, so is it A, I get it, your meaning? B, I can't make heads or tails of it? C, it's clear? Or D, I got the picture? Okay, we've got some answers coming in. Looking good.
Now, just think about what we were talking about in the lesson tonight. If you don't have an understanding of something, then there are several phrases you can use.
We're getting a bunch of the same answer. Okay.
Okay, answers are coming in. This is good. Okay. Okay, yeah, good.
So most of you have got the correct answer.
Okay. So, on the count of 3, everybody say your answer. 1, 2, 3. B. Letter B. Letter B is the correct answer.
Can't make heads or tail of it.
Okay.
Very good.
So once again, I can't make heads or tails of it means I don't understand what you're saying.
Right.
It goes back to the idea of that coin that's been rubbed so much on both sides that you can't tell whether this side of the coin is the head side or the tail side.
Right.
Very good. Okay.
All right.
What's the next question, Sherry?
Try
Number 2.
One. Oops, backwards, sorry. 2 is, I get your point means.
Okay, so what does it mean when we say, I get your point?
Okay,
is this positive or negative?
This is positive.
Okay, so this is a positive response. Okay.
Everybody. First one, is it A, I don't understand what you mean?
Okay.
B, I'll get it for you.
I'll get it for you, okay.
C, I understand what you mean.
Okay.
Or D, I got a point on my test.
Ooh, okay. Let's
All right,
see
so people
here.
are answering already. Good. So let's look at it again. I don't understand what you mean. I'll get it for you. I understand what you mean. Or I got a point on my test.
Okay.
All right, so we're getting a few answers here.
Okay, this one may be a little more difficult.
We're looking for a positive answer. So
I see two answers that might cause people to be confused because the word understand is inside the answer.
Yeah, but everybody's getting it. Everybody's got the correct answer so far.
Okay.
Right.
On the count of three. What's
the
your
answer?
1, 2, 3.
C. Good job, everybody. All
Answer
of you
C,
guessed C.
yes.
That's great.
Very good. Answer C. So, I understand what you mean. Okay, we're halfway there.
Okay.
Two more questions.
3.
Number 3. Here we go.
All right. It's crystal clear means A, I understand clearly. B, I'm confused. C, it's made of glass. D, none of the above.
Ooh. What's
Okay.
this? None of the above. What do you mean?
When we say none of the above, it means A, B, and C are wrong.
Okay, so
They're
if
not
you think that the correct answer is not one of the three choices, A, B, or C, then you would choose answer D, none of the above.
That's right.
Meaning none of the other answers are correct. Okay.
Okay, so is it A, I understand clearly, B, I'm confused, C, it's made of glass, or D, none of the above? Okay, we got a couple of answers.
Yeah.
Looks like they're right.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Some people might be hesitating. Not many answers on this one. Okay. Crystal clear. Remember what we talked about with crystal. Crystal is just like glass. It's very clear. You can see through it, and it indicates something very important in communication. Okay, what's the correct answer, Sherry?
A,
A.
I understand clearly. Crystal clear, it's clear.
Yeah, just remember the
Good
idea
job,
of
guys.
crystal clear is an answer that you give when you're very confident, that you really believe that you know what the other person is saying. Oh, yeah. Is my meaning clear? Yeah, crystal clear. Okay, one more.
All right, running out of time, so we're getting to the last one.
Okay, last
number
one.
4.
Number 4.
A no-brainer means...
Okay, what does the phrase no-brainer mean? Okay, remember, we were talking about that.
Okay. A, I don't have a brain. B, I don't understand. C, I'm not smart. Or D, it's easy to understand.
Okay.
What do you think?
No-brainer.
I don't have a brain. I don't understand. I'm not smart. Or it's easy to understand. What do you think? Which answer is the best answer? No-brainer.
Now remember, we were talking about this one. This one is one of those responses you give if you're really sure you know what it means, if you're very confident. So the idea is you don't have to even think about it. You don't have to use your brain. The understanding is very simple. So the correct answer here would be letter D.
Right, so
it's easy to understand. Right. I don't have to use my brain to understand it because it's very easy to understand. Okay, that's kind of a difficult one. It's one of the more advanced ones. Okay.
Thanks for your efforts, guys.
So that's all the time that we have for tonight. Well, we appreciate you being here and hope that you'll come back again next week. And
just tell all your friends about us.
Yes.
And about the class. Hopefully they'll join us next time.
Yeah, remember that if you really want to improve your English, the best thing to do is to come here and study with us at Ethos here in the Philippines. Okay. We would love to have you as our students, and we'll do our best to help you to to understand what you need to do in order to improve your English.
You don't need to spend a lot of money either going to the USA to study with American teachers. We're right here in the Philippines, and we'd enjoy having you with us here in Cebu.
So if you're interested or you have questions about our school here in the Philippines, contact our Tokyo office. And the guys there will tell you all about our programs. And in the meantime, though, we'll be back next week, and we hope to see you here again. But until then, this is Barry.
And Sherry. Until next time, saying...
Mata ne.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next week. Bye for now.